A spokesman with France's government said on Sunday that French President Emmanuel Macron will have a call with U.S. President Joe Biden in the next few days amid a diplomatic crisis triggered by Australia's cancellation of a submarine contract with Paris. France said on Friday it was recalling its ambassadors from Washington and Canberra over a trilateral security deal, also involving Britain, which sank a multi-billion-dollar order for French submarines. The scrapping of the contract struck in 2016 has caused fury in Paris, which claims not to have been consulted by its allies. The Australian government, however, says it had made clear its concerns for months. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is expected to urge world leaders attending the UN General Assembly this week to take urgent action on climate change ahead of a climate summit in Scotland later this year. Johnson is set to co-host a meeting on climate change with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Monday. The two will discuss the need to help developing countries mitigate the impact of climate change. Britain is hosting the COP26 Climate Summit from October 31st to November 12th in Glasgow, Scotland. The conference is billed as a crucial moment to make binding commitments on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, but it's not yet clear if Chinese President Xi Jinping will attend. COP26 stands for the 26th Conference of the Parties. It's attended by countries that signed the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, a treaty that came into force in 1994. U.S. infectious disease expert Anthony Fauci said Sunday that millions of vaccinated Americans will probably eventually need a booster shot to stay protected from the coronavirus. Fauci told NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday that he expects the real proper regimen to eventually be 2 shots plus a booster. But Friday, a panel of U.S. health experts rejected giving a third Pfizer dose to all Americans. They did recommend a booster for people age 65 and older and those with serious health issues. The panel held off on decisions about boosters for people who had received the Moderna or Johnson & Johnson shots, but Fauci said a decision on those vaccines is only a few weeks away. Thousands of people marched in the Ukrainian capital of Kiev on Sunday for LGBTQ rights. It's an annual march that was canceled last year because of the coronavirus pandemic. Waving rainbow flags, roughly 7,000 people marched through the capital city, flanked by police. A number of Western diplomats, including staff from the U.S. and U.K. embassies, took part in the Pride March, tweeting their support for the movement, this according to Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty. The march was peaceful. No clashes were reported, despite an anti-gay rights rally attended by several hundred people in a public park in Kiev. Homophobia is widespread in Ukraine. A survey published in August said 47% of respondents had a negative view of the gay community. While government support for LGBTQ rights has increased in recent years, the country does not allow same-sex couples to be married or adopt children, and workplace discrimination laws do not apply to sexual orientation. Boxing star Manny Pacquiao says he will run for the presidency of the Philippines next year. Pacquiao leads a faction in the ruling party, and on Sunday he accepted the nomination of his political allies and railed against corruption in government and President Rodrigo Duterte's cozy relationship with China. Duterte is prohibited by the Constitution from running for a second 6-year term as president. Pacquiao, once a close ally of the Philippine president, has said more than 10 billion pesos in aid intended for poor families during the global health crisis is unaccounted for. That's around $200 million. And France's armed forces minister arrived in Mali on Sunday to pressure the military junta to end talks to bring mercenaries into the country and to push it to keep a promise to return the country to constitutional order in February.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.